Hey, Bruce Naylor here, your boomer consumer. Today we're looking at the Logitech G915 wireless mechanical gaming keyboard. I've got the Amazon affiliate link down below if you're interested in one. They're available for $229 right now. At the time of this recording, the retail price is $249. And as a disclaimer, I paid for this with my own funds and no one has reviewed this video prior to posting. Now, before I get started, is $250 for a gaming keyboard too much money? Yes, it is. I'll cut right to the chase. This is a premium keyboard. But let me explain to you why I bought this. I have reviewed a lot of keyboards, a whole ton of them actually, but I've always found something lacking across the board. And here's what I wanted. I had this checklist. I didn't even know this keyboard existed until I really started researching for what I wanted. I wanted, of course, a mechanical keyboard, preferably with more clicky keys. I wanted a low profile, and I wanted full-size media controls on the keyboard. And because I wanted wireless, had to be wireless, I wanted good battery life. It needed to be well-made and look good at the same time. That's a tall order. And I came across the Logitech G915. It's had a lot of very positive reviews, but a lot of people knock it for the price of $249. But this is the ultimate keyboard that I have wanted. And I didn't know about this particular model until I started doing the research. I knew about the G815, which is wired, but anyhow, we're going to take a look at this right now. So looking at the back of the box, we can just kind of see some features on here. Of course, this is a wireless RGB mechanical gaming keyboard. 30 hours of battery life. We'll talk about the battery life a little bit. Lightspeed wireless, 1 millisecond response time for a wireless connection. LightSync RGB, and you'll see that in a little bit. GL, this is the clicky version. There's actually 3 different ones you can get. The clicky, the linear, and the tactile. So think of the clicky as like a cherry blue switch. Your tactile, I believe, is kind of like a red. And linear doesn't really make a click at all. But again, this is the clicky keyboard is the one I got. I wanted kind of a clicky thing on here. And it's strong and durable, made out of 5052 aluminum magnesium alloy. They're talking about the deck of the keyboard. So let's cover the unboxing of the Logitech G915 keyboard. Logitech did a great job with the packaging. It's very professionally done, almost like it's engineered. You expect that with a premium product. And when you open it up, there's a Logitech piece of cardboard, I guess, with their logo on it. Very nicely done as well. And then out comes the keyboard. Beautiful. First impression, it is solid. It is a bit on the heavy side, and it seems to be very, very well made. All right, then we're going to get into the paperwork. And that includes a G sticker. I didn't know there was a G sticker, but here is one. Then there's a kind of a thank you note from the G team. And finally, you get a quick start guide. Recommend you take a look at that, folks. Up next is the Lightspeed receiver. And then you get a USB extender on there. And that actually converts it from USB Type C to Type A on there. And then finally, a very nice braided USB cable. So I've got this connected to my laptop. And I've got the G Hub software running. By the way, make sure you download that before you attempt doing anything else with the keyboard. Make sure that you have it on there. So as I said, it has a aluminum magnesium deck on here. There's no flex on this keyboard whatsoever. It is really, really solid on here. 104 key on here plus full media controls. The volume up and down wheel here is also made of aluminum. What is kind of odd is the other media keys are not mechanical, kind of a rubbery feel on here. Have the illuminated G light on here. 3 different gaming profiles can be stored on the keyboard. You have a connection here for your Lightspeed as well as Bluetooth. So you can actually connect this to 3 different devices, one by Lightspeed, one by Bluetooth, and then it also can accept a cable connection. You can do that. You can charge it while you're using it to have those connections on here. This is an extremely thin keyboard, measuring at its thickest, that's with keys and all, 0.9 inches. So this is really, really thin. Does not come with a wrist rest. You would think for $250 you would get a wrist rest with this keyboard. So this keyboard features the new Logitech Gl Keys. These are a low profile gaming switch, and these are double molded injection plastic keys on here. They're very well made, very solid feeling keys on here. I have a laser cutout for letters and numbers. And then there's an oleophobic coating on here that keeps your keys from getting those finger oils. You ever notice on keyboards, if you use them for a long time, they get this shiny surface on this? It oils from your fingers on there. So these new gaming switches on here, these low profile keys, they actually have 1.5 millimeter actuation on here and 2.77 millimeters full travel. Takes about 50 grams of force. I said I got the clicky. I'm going to go ahead and let you have a listen to these keys. There you go. Not super clicky. I mean, not super loud. I kind of mash my keys. I'm kind of a terror on a keyboard. Takes a little bit of getting used to. I'm not exactly the fastest typist as well, but this is an extremely comfortable keyboard to use. You also have RGB per key lighting on here, so you can customize this quite a bit. I'll take you through the G Hub software and some of the settings for this keyboard in just a moment. So let's talk about battery life. Well, actually, let me show you this. On the back of the keyboard, you do have kind of an interesting thing here with the feet on the keyboard. You have one that flips up. That gives you about 4 degrees tilt on the keyboard. Then you have another, and then that put it at 8 degrees. And I set mine at 4, but you may want to actually have a little bit more tilt. If you have it at the 4, I find that a wrist rest probably for most people is not even necessary with the keyboard. 5 programmable macro keys on here. Again, those can be set with individual gaming profiles. The 3 different profiles are all stored in memory on the keyboard themselves. A few other things on here. Again, this is your light speed key on here. You have Bluetooth, your gaming key. That basically locks out your Windows keys and so forth. And then you have your brightness control on here. And tap totally off. You can get up to about, now this is what I've seen, up to about 1,200 hours on this keyboard if you've got the lights off and you use it under normal circumstances. Altogether 1,200. It's not, that's being off and being used. They figure using it about 8 hours a day. But with the lighting on, heavy usage, and you just tap, 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 by the way, and adjust your lighting on here. There we go. Logitech is saying about 30 hours battery life. I know this much. I've been using it for a couple weeks now, and I charged it up. It took maybe, it came, I think, with about a half of charge on it, and it took about an hour and a half to get a full charge. And right now, with the way I use it, it's about 80% remaining battery on here. So I'm really, really pleased. I used to have, actually I still do, have the Keychron K1 mechanical keyboard, low profile, all that wireless, but its battery life is just terrible. Matter of fact, I just leave it connected full time via USB cable, and the way it stays charged up. This is really the answer for what I was looking for with this keyboard. Talking about the battery on this keyboard, underneath this is a couple of screws that holds the battery in, so it appears that you will be able to replace the battery somewhere down the road. Another reviewer actually took it off, and there was a little pin that connected the battery, and out it came. So that appears to be, these are replaceable. I love the media keys on here. I think they're awesome. It's a nice thing to have, and it's really fluid, nice and smooth. One of the selling points for me on the keyboard, as well as all the functionality of the Logitech G915. I should mention this also has a 2-year warranty from Logitech. Okay, let's just go over the construction over here. 18.7 inches long. It is 5.9 inches wide. 0.9 inches tall, bottom to the top of the key, and weighs 36.2 ounces, a little over a couple pounds for this keyboard. You have your Logitech GL low profile keys, double shot molded keycaps, the media keys, you got the 2-year warranty. But what makes this keyboard really sing is using the Logitech G Hub software. So let me give you a quick demo of that. Okay, so this is just going to be a brief walkthrough of the G Hub software with the Logitech G915. Click right on there, and then you're in your light sync settings. You have 3 different tabs: your presets, your freestyle, and your animations. Going into your presets, you have different effects you can use. You have a ripple, and we'll go ahead and we can change the background color. There we go. And so you have that on there. You have your fixed, which is what I use mostly. And then you can, again, come in and adjust all your different colors on there. And this is going to have all the keys the same light on there. You also have your color wave, just exactly what it says it does. You can change the rate and how bright that is of that. And just coming down, you have a breathing effect, ripple, screen sampler. That's the interesting one. Screen sampler, whatever's on your display, the colors on there, if you click on that, you're going to come up with some different zones on here. And depending on your screen, the colors on there will change the lighting on there. So if you're watching a movie, what have you, any of your light sync capable devices with lighting effects will kind of mimic those colors that it sees on the screen. And you can change these around the different zones. These are kind of in the lower part of the keyboard. And so you have that in the screen sampler. You got different settings on there. You can move these around, change that. I don't really use this effect very much. I don't have any other light sync capable devices, so this is what I have. Coming on down, then you have the audio visualizer, and whatever music is playing, the keys will then change kind of in sync with that. And this is kind of cool to watch that happen. Then you can go into the freestyle effects on here, and then you can individually change the keys. You can grab a range of keys, and you can come in there and then you can change that to the color brush, whatever color you want. And you can have it done that way. So you have that capability on there. And you see now it's kind of changed colors on there. So you have that. Then you have your animations. And then you have some pre-configured animations. You kind of contrast, lightning. Then you have, let's see what else you have, ocean wave. Whatever you see on there, that's going to mimic on the keyboard. And of course, you have your speed setting. Then you can go into your assignments. And this is where you can configure your G1, G2 keys, etc. for macros. And you have 3 different macro profiles on the keyboard you can change to. And then you have your 5 different G keys. So you have that, your keys, the actions, the macros, the system as well. And then going into your game mode, you can tell what keys you want to disable by default, which is, like your Windows key, etc. Those can all be handled through there. So with the G Hub software and the G915, you have amazing control over all the lighting effects on here, as well as creating macros. You can make your own custom animations on here, but you got to have this software to make it work. So that's kind of an overview of that. So that was a demo of the Logitech G Hub software. A couple of things I need to mention on here as well. You can, there's some presets already built in the keyboard. You don't even need the Logitech software for. If you hit the lighting key in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 7 presets built in just to memory of the keyboard itself. Okay? Hope this comes out on the recording okay. Again, I want to show you just how bright these keys are. A little bit lower, off and off. Turn it back on. Again, if you hit the light symbol, one effect. There's another effect. Another effect. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2. There we go. 4. So all those are built in. Just wanted to kind of let you see that, but you can do so much more with the Logitech Hub software. And of course, Light Sync. If you have, there's some Light Sync speakers Logitech makes. There is a wireless gaming mouse. The I think it's the 502 with Light Sync. You can have some really cool lighting effects to gaming, and showing what's on your monitor, color matching your peripherals with all of that. This is, again, a premium keyboard. It's going to be totally out of the budget for most people. Would I recommend this keyboard to people? If you're looking for a really premium mechanical wireless keyboard with all these features, then I would say this is a go, but it is very, very expensive. Has an excellent typing experience, about anything you could ask for on a keyboard. Solid construction, great battery life, outstanding lighting effects if you're into that sort of thing, and a super fast response time, wireless. That's a big one, wireless. The cons, only 2 I can think of, folks, only 2. Again, the price is just too darn high. I feel it's about $100 overpriced. That's my opinion. You might think it's even more overpriced. But then again, folks, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. But there's definitely a premium price for this keyboard. The second thing, for the money, I still think it should come with a detachable wrist rest. But again, that's just my opinion. Other than that, I can't really find anything wrong with this keyboard. It's exactly what I wanted. Yes, I paid way too much money for it. Yes, I know I go by Frugal Tech, but sometimes you indulge, you spoil yourself a little bit. And that's exactly what I did here. And this should last me a good long time. And I use my keyboard day in and day out a lot. So that's it. Bruce Naylor, your boomer consumer with what I consider to be the ultimate wireless mechanical gaming keyboard on the market, the Logitech G915. Available, as I said, I've got my affiliate link down below. This is not sponsored, paid for it with my own cash. Until the next one, folks, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again.